What is up, everybody? Silver Stasher back with another video. Today I have a special coin that's hiding in this little treasure chest. I'm blown away about it because the whole 6 months I've been stacking, which I know is not super long, but I've never found a coin like this. So let's get into the video. Alrighty, so again, I'm going to open this up last because that is kind of the finale. I had a really good day of searching my local coin shop, found a lot of really good stuff, and I will get into that right now. Again, this is something that's special that I'm excited to show you guys, and I'll show that after I talk about the other stuff. So first things first, I got a Morgan dollar. This is nothing but a normal Morgan. I just realized when I did my 6 month full collection video, I don't really have a whole lot of Morgan dollars, so I decided I would pick up another one just for fun. And then we've got a couple Roosevelt dimes, 1964s. Kind of boring, to be honest, not too exciting, but let's get into some of the more fun stuff. So I got a handful, about 10. Yeah, I got 10 Mercury dimes, which if you guys have been watching this channel for a while, you guys would know that Mercury dimes are by far my favorite dimes to collect and favorite junk silver in general, because you're never going to look at a Mercury dime with a naked eye and an untrained eye and think that it's a normal dime like you would a Roosevelt dime. So you're going to realize that you have something special, but you also, they're not worn out as much as some of the barber dimes. So you can still get the silver weight comparatively to a Roosevelt dime, but they're also just extremely appealing and pleasantly looking coins, in my opinion. So I really like them. My cat's back for another video. I think he likes to introduce himself pretty much every video just for fun. So, but anyways, I got a bunch of new Mercury dimes. And then, getting into more and more exciting, we've got 2 barber dimes that I got in the junk silver bin, and these are both in really good condition comparatively to some other ones that I found. It's not too uncommon that I find these at his coin shop, and they're the same price as the other dimes, but I've never really found any that are in this good a condition. They're not, I guess they're not in great condition, but they're also, you can see all the details on it, especially this one. Let me show you guys this one. So this one, you can see the year on it really well. 1913. And it's just in really good condition, in my opinion. So I don't know. I'm really excited about that. I always pick these up when I find them just because I think they're, I know that they're all worn out a little bit more than the other dimes. So you're not really stacking as much weight when you buy them, but they're still fun. They're really cool, in my opinion, and they're older, which, you know, I like the historic value of them as well. And that's more kind of numismatic, but I am a collector at heart as well. So just for fun, I like to get things that are pretty old as well. Now, moving on to the Holy Grail. Again, let me give you a little backstory before I open this box up of where I got these coins and what kind of my strategy is. So basically, I had like $30 of cash to take to the coin shop. I'm trying to budget my money a little bit better, so I just took $30 in cash so I wouldn't spend any more money than I had. And I decided to go into the junk drawer. This was actually a separate day, so ignore that for now. But I decided to go to the junk change bin that he has, which he has just quarters and dimes and all that stuff in 90% bin. And I went through all of these dimes. I knew that I wanted to pick out dimes just because that's my favorite denomination for junk silver, because it's the same price as bigger denominations, but you can, you know, divide it more easily, and it's just so easy to buy small portions at a time versus, you know, half dollars or even, you know, full dollar, 90% dollar coins. But anyways, so I was going through them. I wanted a little bit of diversity, so that's why I bought some Roosevelts. That's why I focused primarily on my Mercury dimes, and then I bought the fun coins that I have. The cool thing is about him is I don't think he always goes through the dimes. So a lot of times there's really cool deals that you can find in there. Some, key dates. I found a couple key dates of the Mercury dimes, but he doesn't go through them, and he kind of. I've even shown him them after I find them, and he still lets me get it for the same price of I paid $2.40 for one of these, I believe. $2.40, 24 times face value. So yeah, $2.40 for one of these. Anyways, so that's a little bit of backstory of what I do when I go to the shop, but let's get into the treasure chest because this is the Holy Grail moment. I'm super excited about this because it's a rare coin that I do not have or do not own, and it's very rare to find these in a junk silver pile. I'm not saying you can't go buy these online easily, but to find them in a junk silver pile, is rare. But anyway, so here's the coin. You can't see what it is from there. Those are deer teeth. I just have those in there just for fun, but I probably should treat this a little bit nicer because I really care about it. But let's see. Bump it on. Let me see if I can get a good video of this. So it is a seated Liberty dime, 1888. I know it's a little bit roughed up, but for someone who's a collector, this is the coolest thing. 1888, beautiful seated Liberty dime, or seated dime. I mean, it's definitely the oldest dime that I own now, and to be able to find this for $2.40 is seems pretty lucky to me because I don't think it's really relatively easy to find these for $2.40. In fact, I've never seen one in the junk silver bin ever. So I have no clue what the value is on these things. I would imagine it would go for, a decent amount of money in the 20s or $30. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know, but I would think that these would go for far more than $2.40, which is what I paid for it. So it's my coin shop. I love going there because he's got a lot of great deals. In fact, I'll actually put a link of his, he has an eBay store where he sells coins and things like that. And I'll put a link of that in the description as well as some other things in the description. But anyway, so this is my video. This is the Holy Grail that I wanted to show you guys. I'm really, really happy about this find. I've never dreamt that I would find one of these in the junk silver bin, but I guess if you go enough and you look long enough, then you'll find some good stuff here and then. But another thing that I have a question for you guys, because I'm not too sure myself, but are these barber dimes, are these worth anything more than like a Mercury dime? Because I find a lot of them, and I do collect a lot of them. And is there more numismatic value on these, or are they worth just pretty much the melt value of, like a Roosevelt dime or something? You guys are going to have to let me know because I'm a little curious about it. I don't know if I should be keeping absolutely every single one of these. I have quite a few now, but if they're worth more than, what a Roosevelt dime or a Mercury dime is, then, I might keep holding on to them. But anyways, that's it for today's video. It was a fun little trip to the coin shop, even though I didn't buy nearly as much as what I wanted to buy. I always want to spend more money, but it's hard because I'm trying to save money as well. Which I know I am kind of saving money, but you know what I mean. I got mortgage to pay for and everything, and I'm not buying that in silver. So anyways, that is that. Silver Stasher appreciates everything. If you can, please, please, please like and subscribe. It will mean a lot to me, and I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm almost there. So anyways, thanks again, and Silver Stasher out.